Imagine if like the US got invaded and you got sleepy fucking Bo Jiden. Bo Jiden.
Bo Jiden.
Fucking sleepy Bo.
Oh, fucking hell.
Ladies and gentlemen, start this episode of the Veggie Bake. We want to ask, please hit that subscribe button if you're listening on YouTube. It helps us help you. Enjoy yourselves. How you doing, bud?
I'm not doing too bad, buddy. Fucking can't be bad. Fucking off for how many days is it now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5.5 days I've got off. So fucking can't complain.
It's huge. And you're off to see Tommy Buns.
Fucking Mr. Jeans himself.
Fucking,
You bet. Off to see Mr. Skura tomorrow night, and it's going to be fucking incredible. Off with fucking previous guest of the podcast, the Mont, aka Banter Claus.
I went about a week ago. Top tier show.
Yeah, I can imagine it was absolutely fucking fire by now.
Yeah, you're not going to be disappointed.
Fucking can't wait, man.
There's
It's going to be so good.
There's 2 jokes through there, like I've told you, that you're going to think of me straight away as soon as this has anything about these are the ones.
Yeah.
100%. Let me ask you a hypothetical question, Ned.
Alrighty.
Would you rather face in his prime Mike Tyson coked up with your hands tied behind your back, or I know it's a pretty terrible decision,
Mm-hmm.
or
I don't see what else like could be worse than that.
drink 1 bottle of prime?
I think I'm gonna have to eat my teeth, Griff.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have to take the Mike Tyson.
Yeah, that's
time,
it.
mate.
I think I'm gonna have to deal with the like internal bleeding and all that kind of thing. I mean, it's like really either or. Like, you know, you're gonna get the same internal damage from getting punched in the gut 300 times by Mike Tyson than you are drinking the same bottle of that shit.
Yeah, I mean, either way, it's a real mismatch.
Mm.
Yeah, I'd have to go with the same option and just face a prime Mike Tyson, primed up in his prime Mike Tyson.
Just primed and ready to go.
Just fucking
Priming.
wanting, waiting.
Ah, fuck you, Logan.
Fucking
But
about
well, you know, that kind of leads us into what we wanted to start here with. I didn't actually notice a couple of weeks ago when we were talking about it, and I'm not sure whether we've spoken about this specifically on the podcast, but the CoffeeZilla beef that was going on.
Oh, man.
I'm not sure whether he's a YouTuber as well, but I know I found him on TikTok.
Yeah, I watched some of his stuff on YouTube.
Mhm.
I think his bigger videos are on there.
Yeah, just an investigative reporter. Obviously had a bit of beef going back and forth with Logan Paul, posted this big video series about how all of his crypto zoo stuff was a big scam. And Logan Paul came back at him and posted this sort of long video taking apart what he'd said and then talking in between it and like explaining himself kind of thing. But a day later decided to take that down and then posted an apology video to anybody who'd invested in Crypto Zoo because it's, you know, just pretty much been deemed as a failure.
Yeah, I seen the video, the one that he was talking about the game.
Yeah.
And he was pretty much still promoting the game.
Yeah.
Fucking dick move.
Mm-hmm.
Like everyone's just like, oh, this motherfucker's scamming people. Because he'd have like a real big following of like younger people.
Oh, huge.
He's just scamming the little cities off. So, I feel like super dick move on his behalf. What's his co-host name? That Mike.
Like Maljack.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, he's just the worst.
He's a twat, man. I hate listening to anything that he pops up with. I hate listening to. Georgie's alright.
He just started his own podcast.
So he's not on Impulsive anymore?
I believe he still is, but
We don't. Just, yeah, do your own podcast. Like,
I wouldn't be surprised if that's what he's doing because I seen a video the other day of him talking about, yeah, like how he hasn't left Impulsive, but he's just starting his own thing because he wants to talk about like his own stuff. But I honestly reckon that's his long plan. Like he'll just like build his own audience and then eventually just go and do his own thing.
he's got God on his back, bro. So, you know, he's going to go a lot further than this Satan worshipping Logan Paul.
Yeah. Fucking hell, man. But yeah, just that whole Crypto Zoo thing is very fucking... Like, did you watch all of that, like, CoffeeZilla stuff?
I like scrolled through and shit.
I didn't say all of it myself, but the bits and pieces that I did say were like him talking to the people that were running the actual operations and building the fucking software and all of that kind of stuff to be able to make this thing run.
Yeah.
And apparently, like he was touting that it was all this brand new like software, never been seen before kind of shit. But then when you actually dig deeper into the programming of it, it's just another like defunct coin that it's like based around. Because I don't know if you've ever really looked into it, but every single one of those cryptocurrencies works in a different way. So like just take Bitcoin, the biggest one, for instance. It's got like, I can't remember the exact amount in circulation, but it's like 68 million or 68,000, some number like that or whatever. So there's only a certain amount in circulation, which is why the price like skyrocketed and gets so high, and then also like fucking like dropped like it did. And, well, that's a whole other thing that we should look into, that whole fucking FTX fucking bullshit.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, well, we'll talk about it in a future podcast. Yeah, there's weird shit that goes on around that too. But yeah, so like there's something like that, and then there was that like that one that Elon Musk was trying to pump everybody into, that Shiba Inu coin. Like that has a limitless supply kind of thing. So that's worth literally like cents upon cents upon cents upon cents on the dollar.
Yeah.
Because there's just an infinite supply of this thing kind of thing. So it never really has a chance to gain value. But yeah.
Unless it like stops being produced.
Yeah, exactly. But the main point is the fact that, yeah, so if you look deep into the software the actual, like the building blocks of this fucking coin that's apparently all this new software, it's just built on a coin that they either like purchased the software to or was like defunct, and they've now started using like the basis of that software for this one. So like it makes no sense. And then, yeah, exactly like you said, he posted an apology video and he's still marketing it as if...
Well, like he got rid of the apology video, posted a video talking about how like, oh, it's not working because of this, but we're doing this to fix it. Shut your fucking mouth.
You're not doing anything.
Dumb motherfucker cunt. What can he do?
Nothing.
He reads like scripted apologies off his phone on his fucking podcast. Like the most ungenuine apology you could fucking ask for.
He's just going to slowly slip into obscurity. Hopefully.
Slowly fucking slipped into a coma.
Yeah.
But his brother's doing pretty well. Let's chat about Jake. What's he up to at the moment? Based to fight Tommy. That's more of a eggplant topic. But
yeah, we need to talk about that on Monday.
He's generally doing decent things.
Yeah.
You don't see him popping up negatively anymore.
Dude, I seen a video that encapsulates them both perfectly the other day. It was on my TikTok. And I'm not even sure when it was from, but it looks relatively recent. But also Jake didn't have like, because I know he's got like tattoos on his neck and like face, like side of his face and stuff in that now, which he didn't have. But there's just like a video of him like on a treadmill or like something like that. And Logan walks up to him and he's like, I can't even remember it. Like it was obviously like some holiday or like the weekend or some shit like that. And he's like, just says something to the effect of like, oh, like, like, what are you doing? And he takes some time off and Jake just looking straight ahead, running. He's just like, nah.
Yeah, Matt. Get that.
Yeah, 100. And that just encapsulates both of their mentalities perfectly. Like Logan's, no, fucking come and goof off with me. And Jake's like, no, I've got shit to do.
Yeah. Well, like Logan's like, from what my understanding, is like pretty hard on the coke and shit there for a while.
Yeah.
I mean,
for a while. You don't think he still is now?
I don't really keep up to him a great deal. He looks pretty coked out.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got a friend that's got a similar haircut. Loves coke. I mean,
yeah. Similar fucking snoz on him too. Jesus. Anyway. Yeah, there's not really a whole lot more to speak about with that. It's a developing saga, so we'll see how that fucking goes. But it looks like it's all going to crash and burn, so fingers crossed. Fuck you, buddy.
Like I did. And keep an eye out for the collab that I was talking about.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It's all happening, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Dog shit. Just paying them cocksuckers for other people fighting.
Yeah, it's fucking...
Makes no sense to me. We'll get into that. Maybe that's like a little That's Answer My Bernie topic.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, keep an eye out for that on the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
But speaking of fucking scandals, let's move into some real recent fucking news. Justin Roiland, the dude who's the co-creator of Rick and Morty and voices Rick and Morty themselves. So there was a bunch of stuff that came out last week where it looked like he was, I don't know, there's just some weird, real fucking weird, like like DM exchanges between him and like some girls that were not like obviously underage, but I think they were like 17 or some shit like that. So, you know, obviously doing some weird shit, but just the strangest fucking interactions, like acting like his characters. So I don't know whether this kind of actually like lives in reality or not. Yeah, it could be losing his fucking mind. But then, I actually have the article up, so let me just like read a little bit here. Rick and Morty's Justin Roiland has been dropped as the voice of the titular characters on the animated series and will no longer work on the show after it emerged he had been charged with felony domestic abuse in Orange County. The 42-year-old has pleaded not guilty and is awaiting trial after being charged with corporal injury and false imprisonment by menace, fraud, violence, or deceit. The charges relate to a 2020 incident against an unidentified woman Roiland was living with and dating at the time. In a statement earlier this month, Roiland's attorney T. Edward Wellborn said, "Not only is Justin innocent, but we also have every expectation that this matter is on course to be dismissed once the district attorney's office has completed its methodical review of the evidence." And then on Tuesday, Marie Moore, Senior Vice President of Communications at the show's distributor, Adult Swim, released a statement saying Adult Swim has ended its association with Justin Roiland. So this is where it gets interesting.
Well, before we go any further, it's just another, from what I just heard, it's another fucking discussion of guilty before, like, getting proven.
If you'd seen these messages that are like blatantly to underage women, it, like, I don't know about this domestic abuse or whatever the fuck that is, but he's definitely guilty of something. Yeah. 100%.
Okay, yeah, well, if he's, like, pretending to be the characters play
I'm not saying that's what he was doing, but if you read it, it's like the way that he's speaking and the, like, acting and reacting to shit is, like, this is, like, what I would expect to see in, like, a weird segment of one of your shows. Like,
yeah, look at his weird bust-that-ass game that came out.
Oh, yeah. Well, speaking, like, he stepped down as, like, one of the, like, heads of that studio.
Yeah. And
obviously, like, Adult Swim has cut ties with him. But the show's going to continue.
So, yeah, they're just going to get other...
Well, that's the thing. There's people all over TikTok that can do perfect Rick and Morty impressions. It's just... It's the only thing that could be a little bit different about it is the fact that, like, I don't know how much is, like, it's a very ad-libbed show.
Mm.
So there's a lot of stuff that he's just sort of doing on the fly, which leads back into the point of, like, this cunt might have a screw loose. He voices two of the main characters on a show that like
talk to each other,
that argue with each other. Like,
yeah, he probably shows a fucking fair amount of signs of, like, schizophrenia.
I was about to say, like, dude, he's probably got multiple personalities.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, like, the show's busted, man. There's never...
Dude. Absolutely cracked, but it's like I'm interested to see what the different, like, I obviously have expectations that it's not going to be as good, but imagine if, like, because like I said, there's people that can do the impressions perfectly.
Yeah.
Imagine if, you know, they fucking do season 7 and it's just exactly the fucking same, just not him.
I mean, that'd be fucking ideal.
It would be pretty fucking dope, because I can imagine there is, like, there's writers. So I can imagine there is input from a bunch of people.
I mean, it probably wouldn't be as, like, some of the shit wouldn't be as catchy, I guess. Like, if he's doing shit on the fly and kind of working the two characters together, if you're getting two people doing, like, a character each, it's probably not going to be as, like, fluent.
Well, it's just, like, it's rare that it's ever fucking, like, some people just, like, sit in a role. So, like, it's happening a lot. Like, for instance, Henry Cavill, dude that plays Superman, and Geralt in The Witcher. Anyway, he's recently, like, quit both of those roles, and is now working as, like, an executive producer on a Warhammer movie. This dude looks like a fucking, like, a male model, but is the biggest super nerd in the world.
I think I know.
You know who I'm talking about if I showed him to you.
Yeah, I can kind of picture him, what he looks like.
He
like
looks,
dark hair.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just absolutely, like, he looks like a fucking, like, if you would just type into AI, just, like, draw me the perfect man, like, you'd get Henry Cavill. And then all of a sudden he just gets on fucking interviews and starts talking about Warhammer and, like, deep knowledge of fucking like he would like play through all the Witcher games and stuff like that. That's the reason that he did it, because he was like in love with the source material, and the same reason that he's doing all the Warhammer shit. But my point is that now that role's been recast, so it's never going to be the same, because like he's just that guy. Everyone thinks of Geralt now, portrayed in the real world, as Henry Cavill, and it's now going to be Liam Hemsworth, Chris Hemsworth, less talented brother.
Less talented brother.
And Chris Hemsworth isn't that talented.
Just the less talented of the not that talented Hemsworth.
Oh, dude, there's a third Hemsworth.
Yeah, what's he like?
I fucking know.
Just fucking a librarian.
But exactly.
Just a librarian. Has nothing to do with acting. What? Acting? Fuck that.
We just got some shit name too.
Yeah. Fucking. Yeah, I don't know. I got nothing.
Just like Tim.
Tim. Nothing wrong with Tim.
Keith Hemsworth.
Heath. Heath's pretty shitty. Fuck. Heath.
Oh, fucking hell. But
yeah, the show's probably not going to be as good in my opinion.
no, you can imagine it's not. Like it's probably just not going to have the same fucking flair about it.
Have you looked into that game much?
I've seen bits and pieces on it. It seems like just too much.
Seems super weird.
Yeah.
Like you pause it and this little motherfucker starts yelling at you and shit. You're going. Speaking of games though, Undisputed, it's like 5 days away.
Fuck yeah.
February 1st. Here in Australia it comes out.
Fuck yeah, man. That's so good.
Yeah. I can't fucking wait for that shit. So I feel like next
Are we going to be able to play split screen?
No, it wouldn't be split screen.
There's
Just have it on the same screen.
There's no
Just
local
be looking at the
multiplayer?
same screen. Yeah, but they wouldn't split it. You're like not first person, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what I mean. But
like,
is there local multiplayer?
Like me and you, one of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, there would be.
Yeah, fuck yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
They haven't really announced what game modes are coming out yet. I'm hoping it's not just like player versus player. Why they work on their AI or something like that. But I know Canelo's in day one, Fury's in day one.
Well, if it's going full release, you think that they've got some other stuff going on.
Oh, it's just early release.
Oh, okay.
So it's just for PC.
Maybe they are just probably releasing like full roster and stuff for PvP, and then working on other stuff, and they'll do a full launch.
Well, I know it's like 50 people out of the roster are going to be in day one, but it's like pretty.
And then they'll probably just drip feed people in.
Yeah, by the look of it. But by the next Veggie Bake, I should have like a bit of an insight on how the game is.
Well, it's interesting that you bring that up, because it sort of leads into one of the points that I had written down, which is sort of like just a vague sort of thing that I seen during the week. But apparently in Europe, they're like trying really hard to ban loot boxes, like that kind of shit, because apparently they're trying to say that it promotes gambling in kids, which is 100% true.
Yeah, well, you're like, shit's like spinning around, you're waiting for that excitement.
Mm-hmm. And it just like
the same as the pokies.
Yeah, exactly. It's the same. It triggers the exact same thing in your fucking brain.
Yeah.
But it's just so fucking rampant in gaming these days, and like for a game like that to come out in early access, I hope it doesn't have any shit like that.
I don't see how it will, because it's just even player versus player. It's like that you can't just get extra tires and shit for your fighters.
Yeah,
what they have on's going to be what they have. So I feel like we'd be alright in that sense. I see where it goes. I don't feel like I just can't see a way that they can make it like pay to win.
But there's certain games that are just like busted forever because of it, like the whole like Rose skin in fucking Warzone 1.
Yeah, they just never fixed it either.
Exactly. Never did anything to fix it. Never took it out of the game. Or did they? I think they did for a bit, and then everyone got all fucking butthurt about it because, I can't get easy kills anymore.
Well, there was like a Rose skin 2.0 in Warzone 2.
Yeah, I did see that.
But then they just put like a big red patch on its fucking chest.
Yeah.
It's like they just fixed it straight away. But, yeah, like, it's ridiculous. Like, like, every game's got metas and what's, like, better and shit like that.
Well, dude, like, even on, like, the weirdest scale, it ruined a fucking, like, what should have been one of the best games ever. Fucking Shadow of War. There was a sequel to Shadow of Mordor. It was like it's a story written by the studio, but it's sort of like based on a whole bunch of stuff in like the back end of what's called the appendices in the Lord of the Rings books.
Mm.
So they like created this character, and it's set in between the story of The Hobbit and story of the Lord of the Rings, which is about 60 to 90 years or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, the first game is fucking amazing. Like, it's such a cool concept. You fucking, they created this thing called the Nemesis system for it. So, like, where you're obviously in Mordor, like the bad area of the Lord of the Rings, and you're trying to like work your way through and like either kill and install your own like kind of people within like the hierarchy of their like armies, or just go over and like take over these people, because the concept is you get killed at the start of the first game, but the spirit of an elf like latches on to you kind of thing, so you just end up becoming immortal. So the whole Nemesis system works like, say you're in like you walk into an encampment kind of thing, you're trying to attack a captain and you get overrun, and then like a just random grunt orc kills you. He'll then level up and start moving up through the hierarchy kind of thing, and then there'll be like a whole, like if you then like revive yourself and then just go straight to him kind of thing, he'll be like, oh yeah, I remember you, and like every voice line's like, not in the first one so much, you did get a bit of like repeating kind of thing, but in Shadow of War, it was fucking incredible. Like literally, I don't think I heard the same voice line like twice, and just the amount of crazy shit that would happen. Like you'll be in your mini map and you're just sitting there and you're like looking around like the army thing. You're like, like I seen this guy, like he fucked with me before. Like I'll like look at where he is on the map and be like, oh, I'll just go over there and like, see what he's up to. Maybe kill him, maybe do this kind of shit. Like click on him and like make him your main target, get out of the map. And then like he'll just appear behind you like, are you looking for me, cunt?
Yeah, right.
You're like, what the fuck?
That's pretty dope.
Dude, it's fucking crazy. And like the system was so advanced in the second one. They had this whole concept of like blood brothers kind of shit. So you could like have one under your control kind of thing, and then go to fucking kill his blood brother, and then he can like go crazy and like work his way out of your control and stuff like that. It was just this really fucking deep system.
Yeah.
So towards the end of the game, or the whole game, you're going around and capturing all of these fucking strongholds and shit like that, and then eventually they start getting attacked, so you got to go and defend them. The last stage of the game is like it's called the Shadow Wars or whatever the fuck it is, and it's literally just this recurring fucking, like, it pulls out to the big like overview map, and then it'll just say this stronghold's being attacked and this stronghold's being attacked, and these are legit like 40-minute fucking like exercises kind of thing, even at a lower level, right? So say your character's at like level 30, level 40 while you're at that stage of the game. The leveling goes all the way up to like 80. You start at like the first stage, everything's sort of like a little bit behind your level, get to the second stage, and there's like 5 of these fucking strongholds, and then it starts to get to the point that like 3 and 4 of them are getting done at a time. There's 10 stages of this fucking thing, and literally every level they just start jumping up and up and up to the point that it's impossible to fucking play this game unless you like grind for hundreds of hours and get all of your guys up to the same level and level your own character up, or you just pay hundreds of dollars and buy all the fucking stuff that you need. They just turned what could have been one of the greatest story single player games of the generation into just a pay to win fucking fiasco.
Yeah, and then people like just lose interest because some people just have unlimited amount of money to spend on games, and it's like you just see they just have every single fucking piece of equipment that helps in any way.
Yeah, like those fucking like you understand it for like streamers that like do it for a fucking job and shit like that.
I feel like if you're a big streamer though, like people like Joel and Aiden and people like that, you look at their COD points, man. They just have unlimited amount of COD points.
Yeah.
So I reckon like Call of Duty just sends them COD points.
Oh,
like,
100%.
you're not paying money for this shit.
Yeah, well, because they're all like COD partners too.
Yeah. So I reckon COD just like kind of like, you just have the shit as it comes out. You don't have to fuck around. You can just, so that way like people are clicking on your content. They're like, oh fuck, I want that. Like it works out good in a sense. But you're speaking about like game mechanics, and maybe I was thinking about GTA, and like the last GTA's game mechanics hey, like you could be driving down the road as like Franklin, and like you start switching character to like Michael, and he'll be like in the middle of doing something.
Mm.
Is the new GTA coming out soon? Like it should,
I'm not sure if it's going to be soon. I would think
yeah, it's
you'll
been
probably start hearing something about it towards the end of the year.
yeah, but I hope they bring that same kind of concept in. I fucking love that, man. You'll just go to like Trevor and he's just like fucking asleep in the desert.
Yeah.
But like,
Well, apparently the next one's going to have like the option to switch between a male and a female protagonist.
what like, yeah, but maybe it'll be like that type thing.
Yeah, you would assume so.
Would be
Like
kinda
two
dope.
playable characters or something.
Yeah, one would be male, one, yeah,
I
female.
wonder where it's going to be set.
Not too sure. I haven't. There was like, because some people hacked into it and leaked.
Yeah, a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
But it was all like really, really, really like fucking basic footage. So you couldn't tell anything from it.
Yeah. But yeah. Fuck, I'm excited for that. It's been years since we've had like a decent GTA.
It's fucking, speaking of what it's been years from, fucking still waiting around for Skate.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on there. But like,
They released
they're probably
like
just taking their time with it. making
yeah,
sure it's
exactly,
good.
which is good to do. They released something maybe like late last year, like a 3 or 4 minute video of just like some alpha footage.
Mm.
But it looked pretty good.
Well, I mean, like they got like a good background to go off. Like Skate 3 is already so good. And if they can just
Dude, it's the
Go off
easiest
that.
game to make. Just make cool spots and then make big ramps and people will play this game forever. And then make a good, obviously like now because like Skate 3 came out towards the very start of like that bigger online gaming community kind of thing. Because people were obviously like playing COD for years and shit like that, but
yeah.
nobody ever wanted to play those games online. So once
No.
like that shit, like it was, like I said, it was coming towards the end of its cycle when all of those games started being like, oh, why doesn't everybody just play online together with everything?
Mm.
So it's going to have like a seamless system of just dropping in and out of each other's games. And
Yeah, I reckon like, yeah, you could be like hitting some fucking ramp here and I could be like, oh, Ned's on. Just drop in like right next to it. But,
yeah, it's going to be amazing when it finally comes out.
There's a BMX game coming out as well.
Is that?
Yeah. BMX Street.
Oh, okay.
Something. But yeah, same kind of concept as like Skate. Like it's just like free roam type thing. Pretty like, apparently pretty good physics. We haven't had like a BMX game since like fucking Matt Hoffman or some shit.
Yeah, fuck it. It's
Or like
been
American Wasteland.
literally forever, hey?
Yeah, the Tony Hawk's game had BMXs in it. That was cool. I reckon that's the only reason that game was so popular.
Mm.
But yeah, so there should be a BMX game fucking towards the end of the year as well, hopefully.
Fuck yeah, man.
You BMX fans. Yeah. Fucking yeah, I'm excited for fucking Undisputed though.
It's going to be a good year.
Fucking hopefully.
Yeah, fuck yeah, Undisputed. And then, yeah, if we get some, like, announcements on Skate and GTA by the end of the year, it'll be real nice. Hopefully build myself a PC at some point this year, too.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
All
Dope.
right, so we got 2 more things to cover, and I'm going to give you a bit of dealer's choice. You want to go deep with some conspiracy shit, or do you want to hit the WWE memory first?
I do like some conspiracy.
Alrighty, so we'll finish off with the WWE memory, which is actually kind of fitting for the memory itself, but we'll get into that later. Bit of sizzle. Alrighty, so you wanted the conspiracy, so here we go.
Love a good conspiracy.
Can't go wrong. I don't know if anybody else has seen this, but there's a whole bunch of shit kicking around about like Tory Lanez at the moment. So you know who Tory Lanez is?
Don't really know.
Tory Lanez is an American like rapper, R&B singer, mostly rapper, from the States who like a while ago was involved in that controversy of shooting Megan Thee Stallion in the foot.
Yeah, I think I might have heard something about that.
Yeah, so he's been like convicted of that.
Mm.
That's like pretty well confirmed. There's just like some very an interesting video popped up of him like speaking directly to a camera and saying that he declined a deal with Rocnation. So Rocnation is I'm not sure if I think it's a publishing company or the record company that Jay-Z owns.
Yeah.
Runs or whatever the fuck it is. Yeah, apparently he declined a deal with them, didn't, want any part of it, and then received a call and said that after he was released from custody and told it's in his best interests to not make a statement, and is now facing 20 years in prison for a non-lethal shooting.
So this whole situation's confusing as fuck.
Hmm.
So he didn't make the statement, I'm guessing?
No, he did.
He did make the statement.
Yes.
And then they just raw dogged him.
Yeah.
There
It's well, like that's the whole conspiracy behind it. The fact that he like I'm not sure where he posted it, but like it came up on my TikTok of just him filming himself talking, saying I declined a deal with Rocnation. Oh, and then at the end of the same video, his dad was out the front of the like courthouse, like screaming at reporters, and then all of a sudden he like stops and he like points at one of the cameras and he's like, Jay-Z, you know what you did? I want to talk to you. Like you can't do this shit to my son.
It's right on.
It's fucking like, and it's one of those things. It's just like, why would he say that? That's not the ramblings of a crazy man.
No.
Especially, like if he just said that out of fucking nowhere, all right, ramblings of a crazy man. But when his son does a video of himself at home and says, I declined a deal with Rocnation, they then called me and said it's in my best interest to not do something.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and do it. Then cops that kind of fucking charge. Which, like in America, it's not completely out of the ordinary, but just, seems fucking very strange.
I mean,
It's all very convenient.
strange things happen around the world everywhere.
Everything's fucking just, it's all convenience.
I mean,
Everything just happens when people need it to.
yeah. Yeah, we were talking about it last week as well.
It starts to make you feel crazy, but it's like, the more you like look into shit, it's just like, all, the timing of shit is all like, it all can't just be fucking, oh, that's just the way the universe works, this happened, which overshadowed this. Like, fuck no, man. Somebody is orchestrating these things.
Yeah, well, things get put into the media and whatnot when we need them to be put in the media to be scared of them.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, like most people watch too much news and they just get force-fed whatever they're...
Well, it's like we were talking about earlier. Like, we tried to do some research into, like, one of the topics we were going to talk about, a topic that we talked about last week, Aiden Ross going to visit Andrew Tate in Romania.
Yeah.
And you can't get any straight answers. You search it on Google and it's all just the same shit.
Yeah, he wasn't allowed to get in.
Yeah.
Well, like, he started heading towards Romania, I think. And then, like, he was in contact with the Tate's team or whatever. And then, ended up that, though, like, Romania officials won't let him in.
Right.
I reckon it's because he's, like, got too big of a following and they don't need that type of publicity and shit.
Yeah, 100%. But it just, fuck, I've kind of lost my point here. I had something that I was going to say. Fuck, no, it's gone.
It's gone.
Yep, it's fucking gone. It's gone, Bush. Fucking, it's gone the way of the mask. No mask.
No mask.
No fucking
I don't think
idea
anyone
either.
found it. I don't think anyone found the mask. But
Was anyone looking?
yeah, we got a couple of people out searching.
Search team. Mask.
None.
You out here, boy?
It is super weird that, like, everything. We always just get fucking. We're talking about, like, there's always a.
But yes, continue.
Hit it.
Just the way that like news articles are fucking orchestrated. Everything is fucking clickbait, man. You can't like even just every like fucking boxing article you read, like it'll say something like, oh, such and such said that they're gonna do this. And like 90% of the article will say nothing about what the title said, and then the last sentence will have some vague interpretation of what the author thinks about some fucking statement that doesn't actually mean what it means.
Yeah, it's fucking bullshit.
Fucking ridiculous.
You see a lot on social media as well. They'll have like a fucking minute-long video where it's like get you drawn into some bullshit story. Like, click for part 2. There's like, there is no part 2. Like, part 2 is like, oh, everything turned out fine.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you. You fucking can't.
Yeah, it's just the way that, it's the fucking, I don't know, it's like the TV model that's always like bled over into like the way that social media exists now. Because like if you ever, like just watch regular TV kind of thing, that's how they try and keep you hooked. They give you a cliffhanger on the edge of an ad break and then make you sit there for fucking 5 minutes.
Yeah, and have all fucking shit popping up that you don't fucking need. But
Exactly.
Kind of like, oh, that could fucking come in handy. When will that come in handy? It's a fucking terrible idea. The Ukrainian war's been kind of quiet lately. I don't like that.
Yeah,
Like,
it definitely has.
but it hasn't. Like,
I mean,
apparently they've been like sending shit in.
I mean, speaking of conspiracies.
Yeah, I'd seen some fucking thing the other day. What's the
Zelensky.
That guy came out and made a statement that he thinks Putin might already be dead because he's facing like he's not well. You can there's this like shit out that Putin's not well.
Yeah, supposedly he has some form of cancer or something.
Yeah. So this guy's come out and he's like, I reckon he might already be dead. But like, when's the last time you heard from Putin? It's been fucking a while.
Yeah,
like,
that's actually true. Yeah.
So like maybe he can't. Maybe he's like super sick and like can't be doing the shit that he's doing.
Yeah.
But like,
can't be making any public appearances or nothing.
Yeah, I think like his people are like that radical that they'll probably just like keep going after he's dead.
Maybe half and half. Because if you were looking at any like when it was just all that you were seeing in the news kind of thing, you were seeing a lot of like interviews with Ukrainian soldiers saying that they captured the Russians.
Yeah.
And we're like asking them like, what the fuck are you doing here? Like, why are you like trying to do this kind of thing? And
a lot of them didn't know.
A lot of them didn't know. A lot of them were saying we were told that this was like war exercises.
Yeah, training exercises and shit.
But then all of a sudden,
you gotta be smarter. You're just going into the Ukraine to do training exercises.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, probably not out of the ordinary in that part of the world, but
yeah, they're pretty close.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. I just I was like thinking the other day how quiet it has been about it, and I seen that thing about that. I'm like, oh, maybe that's a fucking good point.
We also said something about Biden providing more support. Actually, no, I do remember that. Yeah, because Zelensky was over in the States not long ago.
Yeah.
And he was like asking Biden in like a press conference, like, oh yeah, you gave us these things. We want heaps more. There's like a surface to air missile defense system kind of thing.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. That dude's a gangster, the Ukrainian president.
Yeah, he's
legitimate gangster as fuck.
He used to be a stand-up.
Yeah. And then he went into acting and he played like a role of someone that was like the president. And that just got him ready for his big role of being president.
In like one of the worst times ever.
But like, fuck, stepped the fuck up.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he's definitely done his job.
Yeah, you couldn't do any better than he's doing, really. What a man.
Like, fuck, man. Can you imagine that happened to us when like ScoMo was still the prime minister?
Oh, bro, we're fucked. I can't even fucking tie his own shoelaces.
Or you'd have Albo out there and he's fucking in his bunnies just come on, guys. He's fucking give it to him.
Oh man, I mean, it'll look like fucking. Imagine if like the US got invaded and you got sleepy fucking Bo Jiden. Bo Jiden. Fucking sleepy Bo.
Oh, fucking hell. Good old Bo Jiden.
He's tired, the man too.
Bro, I seen some shit the other day. Like, it was like Martin Luther King Day, and he was doing a speech talking about. I think it was talking about like Martin Luther King's wife or daughter or some shit like that.
Oh, don't let him talk about that shit.
And then like leads everybody in song for Happy Birthday, but doesn't know the name of the person that, and he's like singing into a microphone. So he gets to the point and he literally just goes, "Happy birthday, dear."
He's
fucking so old.
I just seen the video of him trying to like find someone to give his pen back to.
Yeah.
And, like, the first person doesn't take it, so he's like, he literally looks like a fucking. He shit belongs in a fucking nursing home.
Just put a blanket on him and put him in a chair already. Like, Joe's had enough.
Bro, he's had more than enough.
You know what the best part is? You got an 85-year-old dude who's like obviously like fighting every fucking racial tendency that's been built into his mind from his upbringing.
Yeah.
Speaking at Martin Luther King Day. The vice president's a black lady.
The worst, eh?
Well, why isn't she there? What are you doing, Kamala? It's obviously not your job.
Nah.
Like I said before, put a blanket on Joe, put him in the fucking corner, and try and find somebody to give his pen to.
I reckon if you
do the speech.
If you gave Biden the pen and just went and faced him into a corner and just said, "Just wait here, bud," he would fucking wait there for days, bro. Just like,
meow.
Yeah, he'd start doing the floppy like. Like it's a fucking. It's
I bet just give him one of those pens where you're like, whenever you click it, it like changes color or like starts some holographic thing. And
oh, bro, he'll have the best day.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he's gonna be there for weeks. But I mean, like, fuck me dead. Imagine if that guy got invaded. He ain't fucking doing nothing. Nothing.
Johnny, they're dropping the bombs. What?
What bombs?
What are you talking about?
I'm due for my afternoon nap.
Where's Barack?
Yeah, we need him.
He's not here anymore, man.
We do need him back. He was a G.
100%.
Like, he seemed like shaking hands with white people. It's just like a casual, like, hello, hello. And then there's like a black dude in the road. He's just like,
That Key and Peele video is the fucking best.
Yeah, they done like a thing for it.
Oh, wait, is there actually a legit video of Obama doing that?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck,
he's like walking through a locker room, like, every white dude he sees is like, proper handshake. He's like a black dude in like the team. And just like start playing that like song that everyone knows what song I'm talking about in the background. It's
just so funny how like he made one joke and fucked America for 4 years.
What joke?
Well, he's the reason that Trump's the president. You know that, right? So Trump was at like the White House press conference dinner and Barack made a joke about him like never being able to be president. And Trump literally just had a Goggins moment of, fuck you, motherfucker. Watch this.
Yeah, Trump seems like the kind of person you don't want to doubt.
No.
He seems like he's successful as all fuck. As much as he's a douche, that motherfucker's driven like fuck. He's like one of the most successful Americans ever. So like, you know, probably.
And he just has that like, that unending self-belief as well. Right. It's like if you didn't say anything to him, he would have just sat there happily smiling. But you fucking stoked that fire just that little bit and he was just fucking, okay.
He had a fucking fake tan booked for Tuesday and he had to fucking reschedule it. Yeah. Fucking start a marketing fucking scheme for this fucking running for president, which you probably didn't want to do in the first place.
Had a wig refitting.
Didn't do that bad in my opinion. Like, could it? Probably could have done. Probably could have done a fucking worse job.
Bit of a costume change.
Like, he probably could have done worse things, Neddy, you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
I'm a firm believer that, you know, he was great for America.
Oh, fucking hell, make it great again. Or don't. Please actually don't.
Yeah, don't put him back in. That's a liability fucking waiting to happen.
But I mean, Joe's not that much better.
Get Joe Rogan in.
You want a coked up Republican or fucking old Joe will sleep at the wheel? It's your choice, America. Exactly, yeah. Rogan.
It's a tough one.
Rogan for president and Theo for vice.
No, you don't want Theo as vice. The country would fall apart.
No.
Yeah, you gotta have Joe in. Yeah, if Theo's in vice, you gotta have Joe in full president.
Yeah, because Joe's still in control. Well, the only thing that happens is like Joe goes on holiday, like Theo just enacts his policies.
Yeah. And Joe gets back, what the fuck?
Yeah. Man, why'd you say that?
Yeah, he's not going to go fix this shit. I mean, that's a good draw.
Oh, fuck yeah, that'd be
nice.
great.
It'd be nice.
Rogan 2028.
He's coming at you.
Alrighty, but let's roll into a little like fun way to end the show here. My WWE nostalgia moment for the week.
Hit us.
And like I said, it's actually like beautiful to finish the show with this because my WWE moment is the best SmackDown finish of all time. And I'm sure you know what I'm talking about as soon as I start. So
I'm intrigued.
It was a tag team match between Angle and Stone Cold on one team and The Rock and Jericho on another team. So, you know, standard tag team match behavior. Obviously, like two people are down in the middle of the ring. They're crawling for the tag.
Yeah.
Rock comes in against Angle. Shit transpires. Ref gets thrown out of the ring. There's a chair involved.
Kurt Angle with hair.
This is Kurt Angle with hair.
Yeah.
It is. Kurt Angle with hair comes in with the medals, everything. So it gets to a point where Angle's holding the Rock down. He's got his leg wrapped in a steel chair and it looks like Stone Cold's about to jump down and break the Rock's ankle. And that's when everything just fucking kicks off. So I made myself a bit of a list here.
Hit us with it.
We got The Undertaker just appearing out of nowhere. And this is like, what's the, like biker Undertaker? What's he referred to as?
American Badass.
American Badass Undertaker.
What a man.
Runs down to the ring and catches Stone Cold off the second rope. Choke slams him.
Yeah, their choke slam was always unique. I always found that like they had like him and Triple H had a choke slam they did, and it was like he had held him up with the one hand and slam him, and him and Stone Cold had the one where it was always like that same motion. Little fun fact, little go watch Undertaker choke slams, them compilations, and you'll see what
I definitely feel like that. Everybody sort of had like a rhythm with one another.
Yeah,
like
they keeps together.
Well, like it that's a beautiful point to make because it plays into like the last finisher move that we have here. So Booker T appears out of fucking nowhere and super kicks the Undertaker as he's about to chokeslam Kurt Angle with hair.
Go head up, Kurt Angle.
Fucking hell, man. It's got a huge noggin on him, hey, and it doesn't look that big when he's got hair, and then all of a sudden he shaves and you're like, Jesus Christ.
But if you've seen him with hair now, you'd be like, ugh,
yeah,
fuck.
it's so weird. Yeah, it's like when somebody wears glasses for ages and then they take them off and you're like, oh, you look different.
Yeah.
Put those back on. Scaring me.
Yeah, 100%.
So Booker T super kicks the Undertaker into an angle slam. Jericho fucking gets some life back into him, throws Booker T out of the ring, gets Angle to the ground, and lion salts off the second rope. RVD just fucking appears out of nowhere.
Mr. Van Dam.
Does that crazy like spinning back kick that he does, and then fucking launches himself onto the ropes and frog splashes off.
Huge outing.
Kane, the Undertaker's brother, obviously coming to his brother's defense, runs down, chokeslams RVD, and then Shane O'Mac, here comes the money.
Huh.
Here it comes.
Money shot.
Comes out of nowhere with a steel chair and slams it straight into Kane's face. Then the Big Show, moving with surprising speed for a man who is 500 pounds.
Yeah, come on, be real. He's pretty agile for a big man, though.
Oh, yeah. Fucking.
For a 500-pounder.
Oh, yeah. He fucking moves.
Weighs 600, though.
Yeah, like, you know, like the ring literally wouldn't be rated as soon as he stepped into it, but whatever. So he appears and punches through the chair into Shane O'Mac's face. Absolutely brutal display. Angle.
Fuck that chair.
Appears behind the Big Show and Angle slams him, a 500-pound Angle slam, which you would think would also just shatter the foundations of the ring, but here we are.
You gotta imagine it would,
This is the reality that we live in. And then the original two come back. The Rock reappears and rock bottoms Angle, and just as he turns around to celebrate, he gets hit with a fucking Stone Cold Stunner.
Yeah.
Which, like you said before, everybody has their unique way that they do their finishes with everybody.
It's like the weird spring one, eh?
Dude, The Rock just oversold it every time, and that was like just the funniest part about it. Like, Fool just does like a backflip onto his head and like rolls around like he's having a seizure and shit. It was just the most amazing performance that he put on. And then, then Stone Cold's music kicks in and he just surveys the carnage.
I feel like this was leading up to Survivor Series.
I'm not sure.
The Alliance stuff, I'm pretty sure.
I wasn't around in that area, but fuck, it was just
sure.
such a crazy way to end the show.
I mean, yeah, fuck yeah. That whole period was like really, really fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
Like all them dudes in their prime. Just putting on.
That's
every main event was always super exciting.
Not only was it all those dudes like in their prime, it was all the like people that then came after them like really starting to get their like their name.
Yeah, like they'd help push certain people over, and yeah, fuck yeah. Booker T. I've got an idea for next week's start. It's got to be like the whole.
I already know.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Because
we both vibe that. We both vibe that pretty hard. I feel like Froome vibe would. Yeah, we've spoken about it with Froome.
Oh, Froome's got to be here.
So that's.
We need the voice line.
Yeah, so we're on, really.
I've been in the sun enough for that. I'm trying.
Big shout out to our new YouTube friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, cracked out, homies.
Yeah, that's
they cracked
it, man.
out. You fucking serial killers.
Keep commenting.
Except for that one guy. You fucking stay away.
Keep
fucking lock up your kids when that motherfucker's around. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, 100%. But keep commenting and,
yeah, help us.
Help you.
Enjoy yourselves, you motherfuckers.
Like and subscribe.
We're on, where are we now? We're on fucking a fair few things these days.
YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Apple, Spotify, any of your audio streaming platforms.
What can the people do when they find us on them things now?
They can like and subscribe and they can follow.
Damn right, they fucking can. We'll be back at it.
Tell your friends.
Tell your mum. She might enjoy the show.